Friends, today we'll see one of the magics which worked really well for me. I want to share with you how it worked. See, first just let's look at this hibiscus plant. This was infected fully with mealy bugs, and I had to treat it for almost 2 months, like with all our possible ways, however we treat mealy bugs organically. And this time I didn't prune the plant because I just really wanted to see how the effect of these organic pesticides on this, whatever we follow. Uh, what happened was, by the end of that, I lost most of the leaves, but the plant is still healthy. And I followed one thing which has really boosted the budding and flowering process in this plant. Can you just see the number of buds in this plant? See, here you have one, here you have another one, then you have 3 buds in this, then you have another 4 buds here, okay, another 3 buds, another 3-4 buds here, and almost every branch is having buds. So the this is one of the hibiscus plant which was deeply infected, but it has 20 plus buds.
Start.
Next, now here you see my mighty queen, which I always share, the big flowers, the big speaker like flowers. Even in this plant, everywhere, can you see the buds? You must be wondering why I have not removed these ash, which have already started to dry. This is a new process which I am trying, which I'll explain to you later in a different video. So this is like, this plant again has 10 plus buds. You just see every branch, every small branch will have buds. See, here you have 3-4, everywhere it is 3-4, 3-4. Then you have another one here, you have another 3 here. Again the other branch, which is, see, you have a small branch here, there also you can see a bud. Okay, so plenty of buds. So here next, my native hibiscus. Here also you can see 1, 2, again 2 here, again one flower already yesterday, another flower here, another bud here, another bud here. So every branch has buds. This was the plant which I used to explain the mealybugs video. Can you see the mealybugs have cleared, and even this plant has started. You have one bud here, you have another one coming up here, again you have 2 more here. See here, so this plant itself has more than 7 buds. See, 2 here. So here is the last hibiscus plant, which I have not tried the trick on it. If you see, this plant looks the healthiest, but it has only 1 and a couple of buds here. Okay, a couple of buds here, very less buds. So this is the only plant which I have not tried the trick on. So now let me explain what the trick is. Here we go. The magic ingredient is nothing, our magic tonic rice wash water. In that I soaked orange peels. So we all know that plants require a good amount of nitrogen, calcium, magnesium and sulfur. So this orange peel is rich in nitrogen, magnesium as well as calcium. Hence it is showing a very good result on the flowering plants. Okay, please don't try it on leguminous plants, that is bean varieties, avarai varieties and all that. Just try it with flowering plants, okay, which helps in boosting the it promotes buds as well as promotes flower growth. Another way we can use this is, you can cut these orange peels into small pieces and add it below the topsoil, like how we give our eggshell powder, our coffee, used filter coffee grounds or tea grounds below the topsoil. Okay, so this is very highly nutritious. So don't do it too often. Overnutrition kills. We all know that. So depending on your climatic conditions, if the plant is in soil, okay, in land, then you may do it every week in full, because there will be full sunlight. So for potted plants, please try it only once in 15 days. Okay, once in 15 days. So I do it whenever I soak for idli dosa batter. I get a considerable amount of rice washed water, so I do it on those days. So the interval is very good. Like I give it only once in 15 days, because the climatic condition also is not very good. We don't have enough sunlight at all over here. So especially in winters, the amount of the frequency of manure should be reduced, because the plants cannot take in so much nutrients. Another way of administering orange peels to plants is by drying them. You can also use lemon peels. Lemon peels also have the same qualities as orange peels. You can dry them well, powder them, and store it in an airtight container, so that like you can use it as and when required. Apart from like using orange peels, what I do is like I alternate it with other sources. Like the next time what I do is I soak onion peels and banana peels in rice wash water. You can also use beetroot and carrot peels, garlic peels also. Because see, onion and garlic peels, apart from having pesticidal properties, it keeps away the pests from our plants. Apart from that, onions, if you see, are a rich source of potassium, calcium, phosphorus, manganese, like all the micronutrients. So it is always a good habit to soak onion and garlic peels and serve it to your plants. And banana peels, as all of us know, is very rich in potassium, which is a very good source for all our flowering plants. Flowering plants like jasmine, hibiscus, any flowering plant. Okay. The another thing we have to keep in mind is how we administer. Okay, while giving it to the plants. See, now since it is winter here, what I do is, and since I have all potted plants, what I do is I dilute this entire thing. Like, you know, in this, like I dilute it fully and then give it to my plants. Like while watering the plants, I mix it with the water and I give, so that there is no overdose of any nutrient, because overdose in potted plants will kill the plant, as we already have spoken about it. Okay, so dilute it well and plan the frequency very well. Okay, so that like your plants get the right amount of nutrition and not excess nutrition or undernutrition. Okay, in when do we face problem is like when you just give this and water the plant too much, then the soil becomes too wet, then the plant is suffocated and it is stressed, and it shows its stress in various forms, like yellowing of leaves, dropping of leaves, or root rot, or even the plant sometimes we lose the plant. So one should be very cautious about how we administer all this. All this is good for the plants, but it should be done in a effective way depending upon the climatic conditions and whether it is a potted plant or if you have your plants on the land. So when we have the plants on land, the advantage is they are always in full sunlight. Okay, so just make your choices wisely and make use of all these natural make use of all these organic kitchen waste in the right way for our plants and benefit out of it also. Thank you so much. Happy gardening.